Hello and welcome to Easy Learning Economics. I'm Dr. Kaval. We shall learn here that what is the history behind the Cambridge cash balance approach, what are those assumptions on the basis of which the Cambridge cash balance approach functions, and how can we numerically prove the Cambridge cash balance, what states, what are the weaknesses of this theory. So we shall discuss all these things in this lecture. What is Cambridge cash balance approach? Four Cambridge economists, Marshall, Pigous, Robertson, Cannon, based on the store value function of money, developed this theory in 1917. As we know, the money has different roles. Money is a medium of exchange, money has a store of value, unit of account, and money is a standard of deferred payments. But these economists considered only a single function of money, that is the store value function of money, on the basis of which they define the cash balance approach. Later on, Keynes contributed in 1923 to bring monetary reforms. Basically, this theory is monetarist revival and Keynes' attack on the quantity theory of money. So, the Cambridge cash balance approach is known as the version of the quantity theory of money. Cambridge cash balance approach is also known as the demand theory of money or cash balance approach, as Marshall, Pigous, Cannon, Robertson and James Keynes would not agree with Fisher's equation of exchange, and they established another version of the quantity theory of money, what is called cash balance approach. Why it is called the cash balance approach? Because this theory, giving preferences to the demand for cash balance, determines the value of money by the demand and supply forces of money. What is cash balance? The cash balance or the demand for money is the proportion of nominal income which an individual would like to hold in the form of cash for precautionary and transaction motives. The value of money is determined by the demand for cash balance. That's why it is called the cash balance approach. What are the assumptions on the basis of which this theory functions? So this theory assumes a proportion of nominal income K, what people want to hold in the form of cash, is constant. The value of money depends upon the money demand for holding purpose, and at the full employment level, the real national income is fixed. So these are the assumptions on the basis of which this theory functions. What is Cambridge cash balance equation? The Cambridge cash balance equation is MD is equal to KPY. Here MD is basically the money demand and P is the price level, whereas the K is the proportion of nominal income which people want to hold in the form of cash, or it is the velocity of money as Fisher equation of exchange. Again and again I would like to suggest go through the Fisher equation of exchange because this will guide you more to understand this theory. Y is the aggregate real income or aggregate output. PY is the nominal national income. Money demand is equal to KPY. M here is the quantity of money supply, that is an exogenous factor as the central bank decides as per the monetary policy. So M is the money supply that is given. Equilibrium price equation. Money supply is equals to money demand. As we know that the money demand that is equals to KPY, so we can substitute the KPY for MD. This is the equilibrium conditions when the money supply is equals to money demand. KPY here you can see that is equals to money demand. By rearranging this equation, the price is equals to M over KY. Now we shall understand that how the Fisher equation of exchange or the Fisher quantity theory of money is different from Cambridge equation. As we know that the Fisher equation extends MV is equal to PT. Cambridge equation is equals to M is equal to KPY. The money is a medium of exchange. Fisher theory gives importance to the flow of money, whereas the money acts as a store of value. The Cambridge theory gives importance to the stock of money. The Fisher theory considers volume of transaction and P here represents price level of all goods, whereas the Cambridge theory considers the transactions in terms of finished goods and P presents price level of all finished goods. Fisher theory gives importance to the supply of money, whereas the Cambridge theory gives importance to the demand for money. Fisher's theory considers demand for money for transaction purpose, whereas the Cambridge theory considers the demand for money for storage purpose. Here we shall analyze this Cambridge cash balance approach graphically. This is the price level which is shown on y-axis and the quantity of money is measured on x-axis. Suppose money supply is fixed, that is independent M as central bank decides. So S is the fixed money supply as per central bank monetary policy. M is the quantity of money. MD is equal to KPY. This is the demand for money. When money supply is M, the demand for money and supply of money are in balance at the point of equilibrium at point E, where the price is OP. As per monetary policy, the central bank decides to increase money supply from M to M dash. The money supply increases. As a result, the new equilibrium is reached at E dash at OP dash price. This portion is showing that increase in money supply. Due to increase in the money supply, people rush to consume more. As a result, price increases and value of money decreases. If more money people want to hold in the form of cash, the lesser will be the demand for goods and services, and fall in the demand for goods and services causes the price to decrease. As a result, the value of money increases due to a decrease in an aggregate demand and price level. By holding proportion of the nominal income and real income constant, suppose the quantity of money supply is $30,000, whereas the proportion of the income which remains constant, that is hold for precautionary purpose, that is the $100, and the real income is $2,000. So price is equal to M over KY. So what would be the value of money? As we know, according to Crowther, the value of money is 1 over P. By using the Cambridge cash balance approach, price is equal to M over KY. So by putting the given values in the equation, we will get that the price is equals to 0.15 dollars per good, and the value of money is $6.67. Please note here the money supply is $30,000. By keeping the K the proportion of the income which the individual would like to hold for the precautionary motive and the real income constant, if the money supply is doubled, what would be the value of money and price? We will observe now. Suppose now money supply has been increased from $30,000 to $60,000 and the K, the proportion of the income, nominal income, that is $100, that remains constant. Real income is $2,000. So by using the Cambridge equations, putting these value in the given equation, you can see here that the price is now double, that is $0.3 per good, and the value of money became half. So note here that the Fisher equation of exchange states that if the quantity of money is doubled, the value is half and the price is also double. The same thing the Cambridge equation states, but the way or the method of telling that thing is different, because in the Fisher equations that the volume of transaction and velocity of the circulation of money was constant, but here the proportion of the nominal income and the real income is constant. This is the difference, but the same thing both theories states. That's why the Cambridge cash balance approach is known as the version of the quantity theory of money. So must watch the Fisher equation of exchange or the Fisher quantity theory of money. The link is given in the description box. Here we shall summarize what we discussed. Cambridge cash balance approach is equals to price is equal to M over KY. The cash balance approach states the price level is directly proportional to the money supply M and inversely proportionate with aggregate real income, and also price has inverse relationship with proportion of the nominal income K what people desires to hold in the form of money. But demand for money has a direct relationship with real income. It means as the real income Y increases, the demand for money also increases. If proportion of nominal income increases, the velocity of money decreases, because more money when the people save for precautionary motive, they would spend less. So as a result, the circulation of money decreases, velocity of money decreases. K is inversely proportional with velocity of money. The value of money is determined where the quantity demand for money and quantity supply of money are in balance. Now we shall study that what are the weaknesses of this theory. Cambridge cash balance approach has not told any new thing, but just by changing the method, what he proved is same as Fisher states. Price level fails to measure the purchasing power of money. This theory has given importance to the money supply affecting the price but neglected other factors including the interest rate that plays the key role to determine the money supply. The theory has not considered the saving investment effect at various interest rates level. So if you want to learn about the saving investment, so you can watch my lecture, the link is given also. In the short run period, the nominal income is not constant. This theory has considered the transaction and precautionary motive of the liquidity preference theory, but has not considered or not touched the speculative demand for money. I hope this will be helpful for you. If you have any queries or comments, let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching. See you soon.